Hey there, welcome to another Commodore 64 game on the Old Computer Museum. And this is a game from Accolade called Comics. So Accolade Comics is a very original adventure type game. Basically, you are controlling a character that is a secret agent called Steve Keen. And what's cool about this adventure game is that it's actually displayed a little bit as a comic strip. And that's a very, very original way that this game is actually showing you what's happening. So depending on your choices, you will either continue or maybe die somewhere in the comic, and you'll have to actually start over from wherever you've saved your game. Accolade Comics is a 1987 game by Accolade, and it is available only for the Apple II and the Commodore 64 computer. So it's actually not really been popular in much of the computer world, because it only seems that two types of computers had actually this game. I've played actually this game when I was young, and I really found that it was interesting. The way that it presents itself also with a graphic type interface is pretty cool also. So like I said, it was a 1987 game, was released, and it is a 3-disc 6-side game. And what I mean by that is that on the Commodore 64, well, lots of companies use this little strategy that, well, discs have 2 sides, why not use both sides? And so what happened is that this game came with 3 discs, but you had to flip the disc over to continue. So the game actually had like disc 1 side A and B, disc 2 side A and B, and so on, because the Commodore drive, the 1541, was not a dual, it could not read. It didn't have 2 heads, it couldn't read both sides at the same time, so you had to switch. So it starts like this, you just start to play a game, and then you continue, either you continue a game that you have by loading a saved game, or you just play a new game. That's what we'll do here. I would say that the game is quite fun. The way it's presented in a cartoon style is quite interesting. The only little thing that's a little annoying is that sometimes the music does get annoying, like here for example, but it's part of the game. Some tunes are actually changed depending on where you are and what you're doing, and so you can see that it's like a cartoon, and you continue on, and basically depending on where you are, you'll have choices that you'll have to choose from. And it says, Keen, I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, I got your message. Of course, lots, like a comic strip, lots of humor in the way that it's done. Lots of loading, so this game does take a little bit of time sometimes, but and of course, you can see here that Commander Keen is meeting like one of his bosses here that's actually giving him an assignment. So it is really like a classic adventure game, of course, and but what's interesting is that not only is it a classic adventure game, the fact that it's in a comic strip is pretty cool, man. So here you can see I can choose what he's gonna say. For example, Tired of having sand kicked in your face? Cher's getting a divorce. Hey, bell bottoms are back in style. So what are we gonna do? Let's do Cher's getting a divorce. And so the game actually goes like that all the way through. As you answer different things, it will have different actions. And one thing for sure is that some of those decisions have to be well thought out, or you can't continue. And that's the fun of the game actually, because it's really interesting. You go through a certain way, you go through the story, and you know, you save from time to time, like an adventure game, but it's all made in a comic type. As you can see, a very nice way of actually displaying an adventure game, and it's actually fun to play like this. I've really enjoyed playing this game. I actually played this game and went all the way through because I loved it so much. So what will be annoying a little bit in this game is the fact that as you go on you will swap your discs. So that is a little annoying, but you know, it's part of the Commodore 64 way of doing things. So this is the Accolade Comics for the Commodore 64. I give this game a score of 9 out of 10. It is fun to play, the story is interesting, and the way that it's brought up as a cartoon is absolutely fantastic. What a great idea they had. This is a great game. If you've not played Accolade Comics, you should actually download all the sides, disc sides. And remember, there's six sides, so it's 3 discs, side A and B, and it's really nice, as you can see. One of the fun things about this game also is actually to go and answer those weird remarks sometimes and see what is gonna change in the story. So this is Accolade Comics for the Commodore 64. If you enjoy these old games, old consoles, emulation, click the subscribe button at the top of the screen. You'll be informed of all the videos we put online. And if you have any comments or questions on what you've seen, let us know. Maybe you have a story in your own. You played this game, you loved it, you hate it. Hey, talk to us about it. We want to know more. And here you go, you have to enter side B. If lots of videos are online already about emulation stuff and real machines like the Amiga 500, the Atari ST. And here it says side B, so you have to enter side B, disc 1 of 3, side B, and continue. And lots of emulation also about Commodore 64, the Super Nintendo, some Atari 2600 VCS, and lots more coming up in the days and weeks ahead, and lots of real machines also coming up. So hundreds and hundreds of videos going to be online. So thanks for watching. If you have a request of a game you'd like to see for a console or a computer, an old game, let us know. We'll try to find it and put a video online for you. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you again on the Old Computer Museum channel. Bye bye.